Hey everyone, this is Callsign Buzz. Today I want to talk to you about the Gate Titan. This thing is great. I've had it in my gun for over a year now without any real problems. Getting it set up in the MP5 was tricky, but we'll talk about that later. This is the full installation kit. Now granted this has been installed, so there are a couple things missing out of it. We have the incidental paperwork, which is good to read through, but we'll talk about it today, so it's not a big deal. This is your link to the computer. You plug your airsoft gun into your computer. It's the weirdest thing, but it's really cool. It allows you to update the software in the system, program your card on the computer, set things up the way you want. But you can also do that with the program card here. We'll talk about that later on. The other handy thing they've got in this thing is an adapter for those of you who have not wired your battery to DINs already. Come to this, you can plug right in, not a big deal. This is the MP5 that I have the Gate Titan installed in. It is the Swordfish from the 6mm Pro Shop at Evike. This was a mystery box win, and I've been very happy with this gun. One of the fields I play at has a semi-auto Sunday, and this thing was great, but the trigger contacts were just getting smoked. I could feel them getting sticky. So I figured the Gate Titan would be a good option. I have been very happy with this and the Gate. The current program configuration for this one is safe, semi-auto, and burst. So safe, semi-auto, and this thing will go as fast as you can pull it. And then burst fire is a 4-round burst. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keeps you simple and easy to clean. The one thing with this, though, that took me the most getting used to was the fact that there are no trigger contacts. All there is the spring, which means that there's nothing to stop the trigger on safe. That is a little disconcerting. Once you get over that, it's not a big deal. Okay, so when you hook up your computer, this is how it's going to be. Battery plug, your USB gate link, and then the mini USB to your computer. This will be green when there's an active connection. When the gun is not connected, if there's something wrong, this will be a blue. Here we are looking at the gate control station on your PC or Mac. This is currently the 2.4 version. This shows you the status of your control software, your link itself, and your Titan in your system. Each individual item has its own software package that it uses. You can check your updates and run it all from there. Currently everything is set up to be updated. Okay, I'll try to shoot this one-handed and keep it as stable as possible. This is one of my favorite features of the Titan system, is the burst select. You can set this thing safe, semi-auto, full auto, safe, semi-semi, safe, semi-auto burst, safe, burst auto, safe, semi-semi, burst auto, and semi-burst auto. This thing does crazy things. It also has a precocking mode where it automatically precock, so it fires right away. Also how fast it will do it. I haven't really played with the burst mode full to trigger much. I leave it on the trigger, that way I pull the trigger, I know what it's going to do. Burst mode, I have mine set to 4. A lot of MOSFETs have 3 or 2. I like 4 because there was an incident I won't go into. But if you're locked into a specific burst mode, you can't be anybody else on the field. You control rate of fire. And fun things I haven't done yet is you can actually set up a sniper delay. So if you're running a Dragunov or something fun, you can automatically set what your reload speed is going to be during each trigger pull. And you can also set it up where it will vibrate to tell you it's ready to shoot again. Battery protection, if you run LiPos, it's a must. Set it up from there. Also, it'll tell you when your battery gets low, which is handy. Something else I haven't messed with, the 30-round limit. I'm pretty sure that has to do with more with 30 rounds than you're back to your sniper reload. But I said I haven't played with it. It has active braking. It's got a sensor, if installed, probably on your gear system, so it knows how far it's gone around and it shuts it down. And then your active brake, how much you wanted to do it. Gear ratio, depending how you got the thing. If you're a do-it-yourself or you build this thing, you can set it up however you want. Fun thing about the Gate Titan is the fact that the sensors are all optical. So there are no trigger contacts. It's all little light sensors, and it basically does it where the trigger arm sweeps through the gate. So you can see on the upper right there, that's the trigger activating through the little sensors. And then it has 5 different positions. This one's set, it has 4 positions due to the installation. And so I have it set to fire at number 3. You can set it how sensitive on that trigger. You can set it sooner or later if you wish. Another fun thing, which I had played with earlier on with this for some different reasons, is you can set a 2-stage trigger. So if you're running an older firearm AEG that only has safe and full auto, you can set this thing up to where it'll fire 1 semi-auto at step 3 and full auto at step 4. Some fun times to be had there. One of the challenges of using the Gate Titan in an MP5 platform is that it's not an M4 platform. M4 platform is what this is designed for, so you have safe, semi-pew, and auto-pew, 180 degrees off. MP5 does not have that, but with the selector calibration, you can go through and set where your safe, semi-auto, full auto options are. Once I figured that out, it was much smoother. One issue I do have with mine continuously is the fact that I have a little bit of slop in my selector switch, and so sometimes when you're firing semi-auto and you bump it, this onboard computer will tell you that you've had a problem. You've moved your selector switch during firing, and you should know about that. So it's just something to keep an eye on and to think about. Now, this is a fascinating screen. It's far better now than it used to be with the betas. As you run your system, you can have errors. And it records the errors and it tells you what the issues are. Your battery sucks. Something wrong with your motor. Trigger pull, what connected to the battery. It runs through a lot of information that you may or may not need. But it's definitely very handy. Early on, the system would give you a set of vibrations that would tell you what was wrong with it, and then you had to go to the website and look through pages and pages and pages of information to find it. Now it's all pretty much relatively easy. And if you need to send things into Titan because you're having a problem you don't understand, you can do it from here. Way to go. This is the latest and greatest new addition to the control station for the Gate Titan. In discussing it with a friend of mine, which is one of the reasons that prompted this video, we now decided this is the Fitbit of the airsoft community. I joke, this thing, I have more information now than I know what to do with. Rate of fire, how many BBs you fired, the voltage, the current, what the temperature is, because, that's important for something. I have no idea what that would be important for. But again, Gate has, they have a program where you can upload your data, see who fires the most, who can fire the most BBs, all kinds of fun stuff. So again, more data and information to tell you you're having fun playing airsoft. On all your programming at home, when you head to the field and decide you want to change something, this is the configuration you need to rewire. Battery plug, program card, battery. This works very much like the online software, and it works very much like the app for the phone. I'd love to show you the app for the phone, but as I'm shooting this on my phone, that's not going to happen. But the card is relatively easy to use. A and B up here lets you know what color you're in. So right now we're on A, which is the black color. You can set everything as you bump through. Trigger sensitivity, arrow through, set your sensitivity. Good to go. Choose your settings, and then it'll switch over to your B setting. Everything else. You can also use this if you hold next. It sets you up into your trigger sensitivity and your selector switch. 3, 4, 5 tells you where those are. When you are done programming, you simply unplug the card from the gun and the battery, plug your battery back into the gun, and you're good to go. This does not go into your stock. It comes out, you don't need it anymore. Everything is stored on the onboard computer on the Gate Titan. I'm also happy to report that the staff at Gate are very helpful. There were a few trials putting this thing in, and they answered questions very quickly. Their website is very helpful. And I'll include links to their website, to the app, and any other information I could think of. If you have any questions, ask in the comments and let me know. Good luck.